Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Gaia. So Gaia is quite a strong deck, and we have piloted it to a lot of success in the past, but Gaia has just gotten a little bit of new support, and I don't think the support is fantastic. It's not bad, but it's not anything great. So the first thing they got was a new fusion monster, Swift Gaia the Dragon Champion, which can be made using any warrior with 2100 defense and Curse the Dragon. Send the top card of the deck to the graveyard and gets piercing. Again, piercing is fine, but it's still just a level 7 2600 attack monster. There's nothing particularly interesting there, apart from the fact it does work with everything in our deck that does need level 7 2100 defense monsters, so it has that going for it, I guess. The only other brand new card that we've got is the Catapult Baby Turtle. So we can send 1 card from our hand to the graveyard, shuffle 2 monsters from opponent's graveyard into the deck. So again, Grave Hate is always really, really good. Then you can special summon 1 Gaia the Dragon Champion or 1 Aqua type monster with 2000 defense from your graveyard face up to your field. Now obviously, since it's Gaia the Dragon Champion, we can only bring back the vanilla version, which is fine if we can get it in there, but a lot of the time we do kind of struggle to get it into the graveyard unless kind of we go first and we send it on turn 1, because a lot of the time we will have needs to get out, for example, Gaia the Battle Ruler to either get a direct attack or pop a back row, or now occasionally we might even want to get Swift Gaia the Dragon Champion, but I think piercing is just not as good as attacking directly unless we really want to clear the board and still get some damage in. But Catapult Baby Turtle is a little bit awkward, especially because it requires us to discard a card from our hand. So we basically have to use this card and discard a card, and then we can get out a monster, which is okay. And again, we've never been a huge fan of Launcher Catapult Turtle, which is the only card that Catapult Baby Turtle can summon that's an Aqua monster with 2000 defense. Launcher Catapult Turtle is very high roll. If you're already winning the duel, typically this card will let you win the duel harder. And other than that, it's not anything super special, in my opinion. It's obviously really good to get out Veteran Gaia, but we're not even on Veteran Gaia on this build. So the rest of the deck is pretty standard. It's a lot very spell trap heavy, but that's because we have a lot of our draw spells and discarding, and the reason we do that is because every time we fuse, we throw these cards back into our deck, so these should be live quite often. So this is the deck. We're feeling reasonably confident in it. Gaia has always been a really strong deck. Let's fire on in and see what Alex has got for us. So last week we had the Jointech Cats is what I named the deck, but who even really knows what that deck was, against your Royal Rebels. Royal Rebels got to do their thing. Just really strong in Duel Links, really, really strong in physical. Royal Rebels are in a really, really good place right now, which is a little bit scary because obviously we do have a ban list coming up. And I wouldn't be too surprised if Royal Rebels saw some sort of hit. I don't know exactly what that hit would be, but they are performing very well. And if anything is going to get hit, it would probably be, you know, the Harpies or the Rebels. That's kind of where I would predict.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not sure anything needs to get hit. So like maybe just nothing will. But I think if something was going to, it would be one of those, right? But this week we are in a bit of a weird place because I still have a handful of stuff. I don't even know if you remember what I have left. And I have actually no idea what you have left. I think I would just be predicting you're going to bring something that you've brought before at this point. You're just going to bring something that doesn't have any new cards is what my prediction is going to be. You got any idea what you think I'm going to be on?
Not a clue.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess we'll just shoot in and just see what happens.
Let's go.
We're both just flying blind here. Oh, okay, I will go first. I think first is almost always what you want. This isn't a bad hand. It's just not, like, clean, I think is the way I would say it. So I'm going to start with Legend Magician. We're going to fire it off, and we're going to start looking at some cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that does reveal a little bit. Then we're going to set, and set. And then we're going to pass.
Not seen Gaia in a while.
Well, Gaia did get a couple of new cards. Ooh.
Cyberfit.
Okay. Fish is a really strong deck. Makes me a little bit worried.
Normal without tribute.
Okay.
That tribute.
Yeah, the Surging Waves. A continuous effect. Face up fish monster in the field cannot be destroyed by card effects, which is pretty good. Ouch. Alright, let's see what we get here. Ooh. Alright, we will start with Monster Convocation. And I will be discarding the Dark Magician. And so the effect is I can draw a card, then I can special summon one non-effect monster with 2000 attack or 2900 defense from my graveyard. So, if I bring back the Dark Magician, it will be tied with you, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just it doesn't beat you. I think there's no reason to not bring it back, right? Out he comes. Then we're going to use another Monster Convocation. We're going to discard and draw. Now I can choose to special summon. I think we will bring back the Gaia. Next up, I'm going to tribute over my Gaia for Veteran Curse of Dragon. We're going to fire off its effect, which will let me fusion a monster. I don't think that one's worth it. It's a choice out of these two. We're probably going to go for the safe bet. So we'll go combine our Veteran Curse of Dragon with our Gaia the Fierce Knight and summon out Gaia the Battle Ruler. So during the main phase, this card was special summoned. I can shuffle a non-magical Knight type monster from my graveyard into the deck, and then I can destroy a spell or trap card or attack directly. We are going to go ahead and we're going to destroy one of your spell traps. And I think we're going to pop this one. Okay, we hit a fusion, which is a little bit scary because that means you might just have another good card back there. Next up, we're going to flip over our Dark Battlegrounds. So this, while it's in the field zone, all face-up monsters with 2100 original defense gain 500 attack, and if Gaia the Fierce Knight or Gaia the Dragon Champion attack defense with monster effect piercing. Now, notably, Gaia the Battle Ruler is neither of those things. So you do not get the piercing effect. We'll set, flip, go to battle. We will declare and tap with the Dark Magician. The strongest wizard in terms of attack and defense. We'll get in with Gaia, and we'll get in with Sea Dragon. Then we'll pass. This went from a very, very dodgy hand to getting very, very lucky with a couple of draws there off of the convocations.
Yeah, I think that much is the game.
Well, I don't have any piercing. Oh, but only one monster.
I got one monster I can put.
Yeah, that's pretty yikes. If you had just got 3 monsters, I mean, I could have attacked directly with Gaia. No, I can't even because it's only the turn it's summoned. So I would have been in a bit of a weird predicament. I don't really want to like drag this out if you've got nothing. So I guess I'm just going to go straight to battle. Attack with the Dark Magician. Try and get in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the worst thing would be if I like, oh, I don't want to keep Alex waiting. I'll just like go to battle attack and then like you flip over Magic Cylinder and I'm like, I could have countered Magic Cylinder if I'd done a thing. So yeah, I don't want to like try and BM you by like spinning plates, right? But at the same time, I'm but yeah, let's see what happens in game 2. Let's see what happens in game 2. Okay.
Okay, let's see. You?
Alright, mate, calm down.
That.
Wait a minute, is there a reason to be on Umi?
That. And that.
I don't remember the fish deck specifically using Umi. So I'm wondering if you've got something or if there's a new card that you Umi. How do we want to do this then? We have a couple of different options. I guess we'll start with this. So we're going to special summon out Veteran Gaia. That's not Gaia. Veteran Curse of Dragon that we're summoning. Then we're going to normal summon out the Strange Spectre of Celestial Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think here we just make this play, right? There's no reason to do anything else. Yeah, we'll just fire off the Veteran Curse here. No luck, unfortunately. We were hoping we would just find the Gaia. That would have been lovely, wouldn't it? But instead, I'm worth summoning this. Why not? We'll summon out Dragon Curse Magician, which unfortunately isn't live yet because it needs to have a bunch of spells in the graveyard. But now we can get a battle phase. Let's take a look at what we're working with here. 1400, so you do have big butts in here. So we might, there's no reason not to attack this one. And then we will just try and clear the 14. Then we'll pass Cyberfish. Oh yeah, Cyberfish. I forgot Cyberfish existed, you know. He's got good stats as well for a discard drawer.
Yeah.
I suppose he's limited in the fact that he has to send a water fish rather than any fish. I don't know how many non-water fish there are, but I'm sure there's probably a few.
That's it. Take a look what carrier mana ray puts in.
So you too are going for the veteran Curse of Dragonplay. Just praise.
Trump's Urging Wave. Tribute off.
He's here.
5 in the grave, so I
God.
can do this. The big guy.
So this is piercing, and fish can't be destroyed by opponent's card effect. So that's kind of scary.
Let's get rid of curve.
It's probably the safe bet here. These are certainly cards. Right, we're going to go ahead and just shoot off the Ship of the Seven Treasures. We're going to discard and draw. Ooh. Does that change anything? Yeah, that's one of my new cards, by the way. Catapult Baby Turtle. I could just go for this play. It's a bit clunky, but I think it's the best I've got. So I'm going to tribute set. Then I'm going to special summon in defense mode my Launcher Catapult Turtle. Then I'm going to set another defense monster and set a back row and then pass the turn.
Okay.
Fortunately, 32 that can't be killed by effects is pretty rough.
Cyberfish.
Okay.
Activates effect. Fish and draw. 2 on 2.
Okay.
Other way fusion.
I'm not happy about this. Double Piercer.
That's this. Go to battle.
Okay.
Tribute. Double tribute set, that middle one, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
1k on the catapult. Yeah, I think.
It was Gaia, the Fierce Knight. Alright, fingers crossed for something good. We summon the strange, or the Spectre of Heaven's End, as its new name is apparently. Well, activates effect. Go 1, 2, 3. Now, does this change anything? We'll send Legend Magician to grave. Following that, we will, I guess... Problem is, if I do that, I still... Like, because right now I'm taking 2,000 damage just from Strange Spectre. Which is, it turns out, a lot of damage. Alright, we'll activate Legend Strike. We're going to bring back Legend Magician. We're going to pop... As weird as it sounds, I think we're actually going to get rid of Umi. I think just stopping us some of this damage is actually going to be worth it. We're going to activate Legend Magician. 1, 2, 3. Now that is exactly what we want to see. Now, I just clicked no. You know why I clicked no? It's because in Duel Links, yes is on the right. Brain turning to mush after playing too much Duel Links here. To be honest, even if I had added that to my hand, it would probably not have changed much. I would have made room on the board. That's like the big difference. So now we're just going to set, and then just pass the turn.
Okay. Well.
That is very disappointing.
Drop the green next green.
I feel like
5.
this has been a really weird game. I feel like you've really high rolled me, and I've really low rolled my deck.
Yeah.
pretty sure you're about to win the game, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Oh, shit.
Even with that, I still don't think I can do anything. So I mean, we'll see what we can do, but we activate Legend Magician. We'll send... I don't think it matters. Catapult Turtle. Oh yeah, you shuffled my Dark Magician back in. Right. That makes sense. So what I should have done was this one first, really, to try and hit the Dark Magician. But we wouldn't have hit it anyway. We'll bin that. Then what? Can we actually do literally anything? Oh, we can do this. We'll activate Monster Convocation. Discard, draw a card. Then we'll activate Ship of the Seven Treasures. Discard, draw a card. Does that literally do anything at all? Maybe? Right, we will tribute both of these. Summon out Gaia. Then I can flip over my Legend Strike. And bring back Legend Magician. And this time, I don't see a point in popping the field spell.
No,
so we
that's
will...
voltage.
Ironically, a Legend. We'll activate Legend Magician. We will just send Legend Magician here. Then... Unfortunately, Gaia is not quite big enough to really make anything meaningful happen here. We'll set, and then just pass the turn.
Yep, that'll... Wow. Ooh.
I mean, you probably know what this is, but as you also probably know, it doesn't actually do anything. I'd have to have no monsters, and it doesn't stop level 9s.
Uh-huh.
Right, well, let's hope Game 3 is a little bit more eventful than that one. Right, we'll go first. Let's see if we can open a decent hand. Potentially. Right, let's start with Graceful Charity. With this magnificent card, we are going to be discarding a few. Now, what do we actually want to discard here? Because this is actually a little bit awkward. If we use this... I don't really want to send that to the graveyard, but I don't really think I have much of a choice. I could just not use that. But then am I setting it, or am I just going to get rid of it? In which case I won't really need this. Right, we're going to send these two. Then we're going to special summon Cursed Dragon. Activate Cursed Dragon. And then we will fusion summon into everyone's favourite Gaia the Dragon Champion.
Nice.
And we'll set, and set, and then pass the turn. Okay, so this is send a card from your hand to grip, which you can't do. Up to 2 face-up fish monsters on your field with 1,000 less attack and attack directly. Now, is there something scary about to happen? I genuinely don't know. So, I will activate my trap card. So we will activate Intercepting Gaia, which lets me flip your card face down, and then because I have a Gaia the Dragon Champion, I can pop a card on the field. So I'm actually going to pop the back row.
Ooh. Well then.
Very, very tasty game so far. Now, is there anything I could do? Right, let's go with this. We'll go with Ship of the Seven Treasures. We'll discard Gaia. We'll draw a few cards. Guess we will activate Monster Convocation. We will discard and then special summon Gaia from the graveyard. Then I'm going to tribute set this. Activate my Dark Battlegrounds, and both of these cards do actually get piercing.
Oof.
Then we'll go to battle, swing over this one, which we know is a big butt. And then we'll swing over this one. And pass turn.
Okay.
Remora. And set fish depth charge. Normal or special summons a monster or activates a spell card. Okay. Ooh. Normal or special summons a monster or if activate a spell. Right, we'll flip up. Launch a catapult turtle. We can activate its effect and send a fusion monster on my field to the graveyard. Then I can pop one of your back row. And then if I Gaia the Dragon Champion, I can pop another card on your field. So we're going to pop another back row. Then I really want this in a very specific place. I cannot get it there no matter what I do. So, what's the next best thing I can do with it? I will normal summon Strange Spectre of Celestial Starts. Then I'll tribute 2 and summon out Dark Magician. Or then normal summon Sea Dragon. We're going to fire a Sea Dragon and take a look at what that last back row is. I don't think it matters what we put back in. Let's take a look. But it's just a fusion. Do I have lethal on board? I genuinely have not done the maths. This is 18 plus 2,000, which is 3,800, 5,000. Okay, yeah, so we don't need to worry about doing anything else.
Yeah. Fish, man.
Yeah,
Can't seem to get a win with it.
I mean, that game too, like, even if I had drawn all the right cards, it still would have been extremely difficult to out that board, right? I think I literally, for this game 3, sided in Talismanic Seal Array because I was just like, man, it is really hard to beat a 3,200 guy.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing. The Gaia cards don't actually get very big, right? Like, even with the field spell, we were hitting 31. And I'm just like, okay, this still isn't big enough, and I can't kill you with, like, a launch a catapult turtle effect. So it makes it very, very difficult to actually do anything. Again, the fish is, like, I still think the fish is, like, a really decent deck. It's just, you know, you have to find all the right pieces, right? If you don't find the pieces, you can't do anything. And I think that's true of most decks, but where fish does very much feel like a combo deck, it's more kind of reliant on them. And obviously, I got very lucky to not only hit your fish depth charge, but also blind hit the other fish depth charge, right? If I'd hit the poly, you'd have been in a much, much better situation. So there's always going to be a lot of RNG in these games, right? But again, that game too, you looked... Right, you literally summoned out 2 cards that had piercing and 3200 attack, a 2700 monster, and all of them had the text on them, your cards can't be killed. So even if I had a way to, like, bounce 2 of them, or flip them down, or anything, still can't get rid of them. And it's just like, please no. As for the Gaia deck, I didn't get to show off the new fusion monster that we got, but we did get one called Swift Gaia the Dragon Champion, which is made using any warrior 2100 defense and specifically Cursed Dragon. So basically it's just going to be Gaia and Cursed Dragon again. But send the top card of your deck to the graveyard and it gets piercing. And that's it. It's not anything super exciting, you know, but piercing is nice, right? Who doesn't love a bit of piercing? And then obviously we did get to see the Catapult Baby Turtle kind of not really do anything, unfortunately, because its effect again is a bit weird. You have to discard a card from your hand and then you can bring back a Gaia or a launch a Catapult Turtle from the graveyard. And it's like, bringing back a Gaia is okay, I guess. 2300 is a bit low, but if you got the field spell, maybe. And bringing back launch Catapult Turtle is also kind of a bit mid, unless you have a fusion out and then it becomes actually really good. So I don't know, it's a bit weird, but obviously, you know, Gaia be Gaia, and they still, I think, have one of the best traps in the game. I really, really like intercepting Gaia. But those were some games. GG, buddy.
Yeah, GG.